Making a game of things, but we don't quite have enough to win it. Obviously, giving up, let me see, what was it, 23 runs, I think it was, maybe in 3 games. So giving up 23 runs in 3 games, is tough to overcome. Pleased the way my team fought back and they worked hard, but Oklahoma was too much this weekend. They swung the bats, we ran into a hot team, and we were kind of like being a little bit cold the last few weeks, to tell you the truth. But it gives us a lot of things to work on. Obviously, we got to get a little bit better on the pitching. 5 leadoff walks today kind of hurt us, and you can't do that against a team like OU. But they deserved the series sweep. It is what it is. We just got to continue to work hard, get back to next weekend, play Kentucky, and then hopefully go to the SEC tournament and play well there.
Questions for Stewie?
You guys bounced back in all 3 games. What's that kind of the message in the dugout kind of coming into the fourth and how you were able to roll that forward today?
Yeah, just kind of we had our backs against the wall, and so just staying together and knowing that we've made those types of comebacks before, and so not crumbling under the pressure, but kind of just keeping together, staying together, and trying to claw our way back to try to come back.
Katie, it was a great at-bat on your tying at-bat. Talk about that swing and what you did there.
Yeah, I remember from Friday that they threw me a lot of first pitch changeups with her, and so I just kind of centered my game plan around sitting first pitch changeup.
I know it's early, obviously, after this one, but what do you feel like this team can or has learned from this series?
That we're not just going to roll over when things get hard, and that there is fight in there. It's just trying to find that fight from the get-go and not waiting until our backs are against the wall.
I know you guys were on the other side of it, but what did you think of just the environment, the crowd? I mean, no matter where you guys play, when it's OU Texas, it seems like a great atmosphere.
Yeah, the fans are really into it. They're very passionate about the series, and so just feeling that energy and feeding off of it from either side just really is a really big thing. And this stadium obviously is really big and new, and so just feeding off of their energy for ourselves too.
Anything else for Katie Stewart? Perfect. Appreciate you, Katie.
Thanks, Katie. Thank you.
Mike, your pitching staff's been so good all year. Did this surprise you that this happened this weekend? I mean, you certainly couldn't have expected it, right?
No, if you told me we were going to give up 23 runs, I'd have been surprised. But having said that, OU are well coached. They punish mistakes, and it's kind of like hitting's contagious. And once you get it going, we probably left Tegan in a little bit too long, possibly today, but she's our best. And we got to see if she can work out of it. Just wasn't able to work out of it. Again, we just got to go back and take a look at the pitches and see whether we're making mistakes or not. Maybe the pitch selection is always something you look at as well. But kudos to them; they did a good job.
And then, Mike, a lot of long at bats there early. With Ella Parker fouling off. I think it was 5 straight. Same thing the next inning. Just what stood out to you about that, and just OU's approach at the plate against Tegan?
Yeah, well, it's a couple of things there. I think it was 36 pitches in the first innings, something like that,
yeah.
And then 20-something right after that. So it tells me the ball wasn't moving a whole lot. Maybe we got to work on that and look at the numbers from TrackMan and see what kind of movement we were getting, and that might have been the issue. And she wasn't locating her drop ball very well either. And so we're kind of down to one pitch, and when you can't do that against OU, and we weren't landing the changeup. So, you could kind of, go back and look at it that way. But, again, those things for us to work on, going forward.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, Mike, I'll throw this one out there. You've got a week of the regular season left, but after this weekend, give me your top 8 seed NCAA tournament pitch a little bit. I know it's early, but
no, I'm not going to answer that one.
Okay.
I think we just got to work on playing better softball, and let those things take care of themselves. What happens in that room, we have no control over, other than playing well. But what they decide to do and where they send you, that's it. But obviously, our goal is to still try and make top 8. That's been our goal all along. It always is the start of the season, because you want to host. You don't want to travel to places like OU or UCLA or anywhere else that may finish in the top 8. Oregon's playing really well. They're kind of winning their conference for sure. Everyone's beating each other up. It's going to be an interesting series next week between Florida and Oklahoma. Florida's swinging the bats pretty well right now, so, anything can happen. This is strange. It's kind of good to see parity in the game, to tell you the truth.
How much different just has this conference season been? We're really accustomed to seeing you guys, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, kind of duke it out at the top of the Big 12, but going into 1 weekend left, it still feels like 5 teams are holding on to a prayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just means more.
Thanks, guys.